Yo, what's up? We're back again for another video. You saw the title. We're doing the 5 tiers of boring UFC fighters. All right? Our 5 tiers. Snooze Fest, obviously the most boring. Oh, brother. You know, a little bit under the most boring. Occasional bangers. So not too boring. They got some good fights in them. But every now and then they'll have a boring fight. Good as shit. Just straight bangers. Usually bangers, but not all bangers. Like you're seeing this guy's next fight, you're like, okay, yeah, something crazy is about to happen. Like this is gonna be a crazy fight. So boom, and I'll tell you what makes a fighter boring to me. Not trying to find a finish at all. You know, some fighters I won't mention who that are just waiting for the other fighter to do something like straight reactionary, like not really trying to push the pace at all, just solely point fighting and trying to coast. Um, but some of these fighters have personality, like they'll do that and still have personality. But another thing that can make them boring is just having no personality, no showmanship, you know, and just doing nothing exciting in general. So, if you're finishing people, you have good entertaining fights and you don't have personality like that or you don't speak English, all right, like Oliveira doesn't speak English, but his fights are great. He has great emotional moments too in the cage, and that's why we like him. Um, so let's just get into it. Khamzat Chimaev. I'm putting him in the occasional bangers. I mean, we all saw his latest fight, DDP. That was boring. Okay, but when this guy first came into the UFC, every one of his fights were bangers. Like straight on his opponent as soon as the ref started the fight. Um, Getting KOs and submissions everywhere. Because I'm really looking at these guys' last 3 fights with this list, and his last 3 fights, one was boring, but the other 2 were good. What was that? Whitaker. I don't remember the one before that. I can't lie. But Whitaker, that was good. I'm sure the one before that was probably Usman. That was a good fight, like stylistically and everything. These guys were just going at it. The wrestling exchanges, the hands, they were going at it. Um, so yeah, occasional bangers because of that last one. If he finished DDP, I might put him in Oh Brother. You know what I'm saying? But I mean the opponents are gonna get better and better as we move on. So you know it'll be tough. Gene Silva, good shit, good shit. Because I mean not. I would put him here, but like he's not getting all finishes. Like you look at somebody like spoiler Topuria. He's just knocking everybody out. His personality adds to it too because he's cocky. Like even guys that want to see him get knocked out, they're entertained by him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's so cocky. You know, Gene Silva's good though. I mean, the style, the like the antics with him barking all over the place. He's funny. Like everybody likes him. Everybody likes a good Gene Silva fight, bro. Even when he got knocked out, it was a crazy back and forth where he could have like knocked Lopez out, and he just got caught, But it is what it is. Marav, bruh, when I brought him up, I almost said, "Oh brother," like literally, "Oh brother." This dude has he has what, like 20 something fights. He has like 5 finishes, so that'll tell you something. Straight decisions. That O'Malley fight where he got that submission, it was the second fight, you know. That was like his latest finish and his first finish in years. And he really only got that submission probably because it was the second fight. Like he already knew O'Malley's, game plan. He knew how to handle him. If that was their first fight again, it would have been the same thing, coasting, just straight wrestling. Maybe do a little bit of ground damage here and there. And yeah, I mean, come on, just straight decisions. His antics outside of the like fighting are good. Instagram, he got the girls. He's funny. He's funny outside the cage. But that's why I wouldn't give him snooze fest. But I'm not giving him occasional bangers really, because he's just emoting. Okay. Pereira, come on, come on, knocking everybody out. This is like one of the faces of the UFC. Shama. You know, that's his whole thing. Come on, we all know bangers, straight bangers. Upcoming fight with Gon, you think there's gonna be a knockout? There's probably gonna be a knockout. It could be a decision, but I mean his last 3 fights have been all knockouts, right? Except that Ankalaev fight, the first one decision, but mainly because of Ankalaev. So, but he knocked him out anyways. So, yeah. Leon Edwards. I'm gonna have to give him a snooze fest, bro. Straight decisions. We do not care about that head kick, that little fluke head kick in the last round against Usman. We do not care. You're boring. Like, I don't know. When was the last time someone said, "Yo, turn on that Edwards fight, bro? Come on." Nah, no. Like, come on, bro. Uh, like, is there even anything else to say? He's a good fighter, but you know what I'm saying? He's boring. He's boring. Straight decisions. You know what I'm saying? Not even entertaining decisions at that. Covington fight, boring. Like, bro. Bilal fight. Bilal made it a little bit entertaining. Mostly boring. Second Usman fight. Like, brother. Or no, third Usman fight. Boring. You know what I'm saying? So, CP, Prates. Where am I going to put you? Yeah, good shit. Good shit. I mean, knocking out everybody. Good fights, bro. I mean, everybody loves, and he has a good personality. Everybody loves CP. Everybody loves him. You know, good fights, good knockouts everywhere. You know, Evloev, bro. You already know, bro. Like, bro. Like, his most entertaining fight was with Aljo because of the wrestling scrambles, and it was high elite grappling, 2 grapplers. But, like, bro, straight decisions. Like, no finishes in the UFC. He's probably had, like, 10 fights in the UFC? And they've been all decisions. Split decision here and there. Yeah, bro, straight grappling to the ground, you know, like, keep you there. No looking for the submission, like no ground and pound, no knockouts on the feet, like nothing really crazy out there. Like bro, it's boring. It's high level. I'll give him that. It's high level, but it's boring. I mean, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's just boring. It's cool looking at a guy handle another guy on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like he's elite while he's doing this to another elite fighter. That's cool, but like it gets to a point where you're like, okay, I'm tired of seeing this. And him as champion, seeing him do that in 5-round fights would be even more annoying. So hopefully someone can give him a good fight. Yeah. Topuria, come on. We all know. Straight knockouts, straight finishes. We've seen him in trouble when he got head kicked by Jai Herbert. And he came back and knocked the dude out cold. You know what I'm saying? Entertaining, cocky antics outside of the UFC that make you want to, like him. Man, he was drinking wine before the Oliveira fight. Joe Rogan impression right there. But like literally, bro, or it was the Holloway fight. He was drinking wine and acting like he already won the fight. That was pretty funny when I saw that on social media. I can't lie. Yeah, I mean he's entertaining. Everybody knows he's entertaining. Adesanya, bro. Occasional bangers. His like last couple fights. I can't put him in no brother because he's entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Showmanship. You know, the dancing before the fights. He hasn't been doing that recently though. But you know, that's entertaining. He's actually had a good amount of knockouts in the UFC as well. TKOs and stuff. Knockout of Pereira and Whitaker, Costa, all that stuff. He's good. He's solid, bro. I love Adesanya, bro. He gets too much hate, bro. We know that. But yeah. Yeah. Recently, he's not good shit. Maybe when he's on his prime streak, probably. But MVP, bro, we're gonna put you like, bro. I I was busy the day, so I was going home. I was gonna watch some UFC. Um, you know what I'm saying? I was out at a friend's place and I was just watching these fights, bro. And like when this caught on, I wasn't even able to watch the whole thing, but I caught like the first or second round or something like that. And it was just him and Sam Patterson just sitting in front of each other, bro. It's just like staring at each other. And MVP was doing nothing. I look at the strikes, and this dude has like 16 strikes, 10 strikes, the whole fight, bro. What do you mean 10 strikes, bro? Like, bro, you think I'm looking at like baseball stats or something like that, bro? 10 strikes? 10 strikes in a whole fight where you're supposed to be knocking the other person out. You're supposed to be actually punching the other person. Total strikes, not significant strikes. This is not like anything else, bro. 10 strikes, bro. Everybody knows this dude is boring, bro. Straight decisions and all, like, what, 5, 6, probably 5 of his UFC fights, straight decisions. I mean, the antics are funny. We got hands up, hands down. It's cool. It's funny. The Cannonier fight was pretty good because, knockdown and stuff. Couple knockdowns here and there on Cannonier. So that was pretty cool. I mean, I like seeing other fighters trying to deal with him and stuff, but when it's not an elite fighter against him, it's really boring. I think the stakes of the fight is what really makes these fights. Um, but yeah, boring, bro. It's the stakes of the fight that makes it fun. Like Ian Gary fight and stuff like that. But like, even that was still pretty boring. So yeah, pretty boring. Vallejos, we are tough, bro. He's fire. I mean, he just knocked out. Who did he just knock out? Josh Emmett. Before that, he knocked out Giga Giga Chikadze. And his fight with Gene Till was good too, entertaining back and forth, bro. Yeah, he has a good style. People compare him to Topuria. The only thing is like elite fighters, because like any guy that's good can knock out people that are mid. I'm not saying his last couple, like last two especially, were mid, but once he really gets into himself and he's knocking out guys that are really good or giving us really good fights against guys that are really good, then he'll be probably in this tier, near this tier. Maybe he speaks more English, you know what I'm saying, or if he speaks another language, be also entertaining. He's entertaining on Twitter, at least. He joins in on the jokes and stuff, so that's pretty good. Yeah, Kevin Vallejos, fire. Strickland, bro, that's an old brother. That's an old brother. Jab and tee, bro. Occasional knockout. The Adesanya fight was entertaining just because it's like Adesanya, and he's getting cooked by a guy who was so unassuming and probably was expected not to win. Well, obviously wasn't expected to win. He was like plus, I don't know, 600, 700 or something like that. Yeah. On the betting odds. So yeah. Yeah, not that entertaining. I mean, but we like seeing him fight, and outside of the UFC with his interviews and like what he says and stuff, that's amazing. Like it's funny. Good stuff. But actual fight, we're gonna give him no brother. This is not overall. So yeah. Yuri, bro. Fire. Like straight finishes. I don't even remember his last decision in the UFC. I'm trying to think. What was his? He never fought Yan. Yeah. I literally don't. I don't remember. He's probably had one, but I mean, recently, the last 5 fights have been all KOs. I think Hill, Khalil, the Pereira fights, and him getting KO'd. He's about to fight Olberg. I hope that's a good fight, good knockout by Yuri. Hopefully, could get pieced up. But anyways, yeah, firefighter. Obviously, we love him. Bilal, that's a no brother. I would give him Snooze Fest, but he at least knocks. He knocked Sean Brady out one. I mean, Edwards also knocked one out, but that's not the only thing. He also, in his fights, sometimes he'll actually put it on his opponent. Like he actually tries to inflict damage on his opponent. He doesn't only point fight. At least I mean, on the feet, it feels like a little entertaining, like the back and forth and I don't know. I'll give him that. I mean, not really that entertaining. That's obviously why he's an O brother, but I'll give it to him. And here, I was supposed to have O'Malley. So we're gonna act like this is O'Malley, right? Right. And O'Malley, occasional bangers because recently he hasn't been getting KOs like that. He hasn't been as entertaining outside of the cage either. He's in his chill phase of his career. Already became champion and all that stuff. So occasional bangers. Um, yeah. I mean, his last fight with Song Yadong, decent fight, decision, but decent fight on the feet. It was all right. Marab fights, the two fights, decently entertaining. I mean, solid fights from you know technical standpoint. Striker versus grappler. Decent. Nothing crazy, just decent. And yeah, it's cool. But yeah. So yeah, that's the list. That's what we got. We got MVP, head of the snooze fest, Marab, Khamzat, good shit, and just straight bangers, fire. I think it's a pretty good list. Let me know what you guys think down below. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.